Hi, George here.
And I'm MJ.
We're here with JustOneDram.com for episode 2 of the Drink Around New York series. And we're doing something really fun today. We are pounding these 3 bottles. We are getting into the Ommegang Fire and Blood Game of Thrones Red Ale. Ommegang is out of Cooperstown, New York, and they are partnered with HBO to every year?
Once a season.
Once a season, put out a new Game of Thrones themed beverage, a beer, and this time it is a red ale brewed with, I always have to look because I always forget the type of chile, an Ancho chili.
Yeah, this is their third one that they've done, just about to kick off their 4th season. So definitely looking forward to it. The last one that we reviewed, the Take the Black Stout, was phenomenal.
Awesome stout. I've still got 3 bottles.
Definitely enjoyed that. So we haven't tried it yet. We haven't even opened the bottles.
It's been hard to wait.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it. So without further ado.
And keep in mind, children, not that you should be drinking it for children, these are corks that come out with quite some force. And as you can see, it takes some force to open it.
These are bottle aged, so they do have yeast sediment in them. So just make sure that when you're enjoying it, you don't disturb that, because you really don't want to drink that yeast.
And while he's pouring, I will read the description as written by Ommegang themselves. Born of fire, like Daenerys' dragons, this ale's deep, dark red hue evokes their every blazing breath. If I stumble over some words, they have a reflective silver font on a gray and black background, and there's sunlight behind me. So I don't have trouble reading, I have trouble seeing.
Right.
Red hue evokes their every blazing breath. Sweet malt succumbs to wispy dark dryness, tinged with nutty spelt, spicy hops and rye, as Ancho Chiles portend piquant dark fruit. Pour slowly to not disturb yeast sediment, but with vigor to make a luxurious head and free the bouquet. Anyway, he was a little too vigorous.
I was a little vigorous,
and his head is quite large. Wow, look at the cork. It is quite the expanded cork.
Yes. Just sitting this far away from the beer, I can still already smell.
Yeah, it's definitely got quite the aroma. You've released the bouquet.
Yeah. Okay.
Bubbles on the head are huge. Well, most of them are towards the top.
It's a little darker than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it's really dark for a red ale. But at the same time, quite nice.
Yeah.
Definitely red, kind of orangish, an orangey red. A lot of carbonation still coming out from the bottom.
Mm-hmm. It's good. That's what I like about more than natural bottling and conditioning is you get a much healthier carbonation. It doesn't feel forced. You know, I think that's the whole point of it.
Good lacing on this too, and head retention. Unfortunately for you.
It's
definitely really sweet.
Yeah, it smells very buttery, very smooth. I'm gonna like this beer. I know I am. lot of malt. I'm not getting very much hop.
Not getting much of the hops. I'm not getting any of the chili. It's a very sweet malt. Okay, maybe I got a little of the chili there.
Which is what we want in a red ale. We don't want it to be super hoppy. It should be definitely more on the malty side of things. It should be a little bit thicker than most beers, especially being an ale compared to a lager.
Fairly simple on the nose.
Yeah.
I like that. Don't have to think about it too much. This is the quietest we've been all day. That's interesting.
There's a lot going on there. You have to bear with us. There's a lot going on.
The nose is probably almost too simple, but very enjoyable, but there's so much going on in the palate, and even in the finish. Like, I'm still tasting new
getting
things.
different stuff, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it hits the tip of my tongue. It's definitely sweet.
Yeah, very malty and sweet up front.
Very malty and sweet, and then
Kind
it
of velvety.
rolls back. I can taste the rye in it.
Yeah, you definitely get the rye and the hops a little bit, but further back in your mouth, it's like really bitter and spicy, and that's where you get all the pepper.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Yeah, it's
like the front,
complex.
like inch or two of my mouth is like unaffected by the spiciness or the
yeah.
chili, and that's only hit by the malt. It's weird. It might just be how I'm drinking it. I'm insane, but can't do the Tennessee Chew with beer. Too carbonated. Don't try it. Yeah, even making sure I got every area of my mouth, it's still hitting more of the back of my mouth with the flavors.
And the more you wait between sips, it just is constantly evolving.
Yeah, it's very, almost getting a little anise. Almost,
I see where
like
you're
more
coming
like anise seed, not
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
very faint. Back with the pepper.
Back with the pepper.
There is, as they put it, a wispy dryness. Yeah,
Yep.
it starts out sweet as it hits, but as it evolves, it gets very, very dry.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of a rosé wine kind of dryness with bitterness on the back.
Some bitterness.
Definitely bitter in the back.
Yeah.
Real bitter.
Which is good.
Yeah, in a good way. This is very interesting.
So the real question is, can you see yourself drinking this for Game of Thrones season premiere coming up?
Kind of have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like our last review, am I gonna have to censor you for giving away
No,
fake key
no more spoilers.
from the 5th book? That
No spoilers.
oh, he's dead.
What?
Oh,
I didn't
no
do that. I don't know what
way.
you're talking about.
Oh man! Oh, you're saying there's gonna be more death this season? Oh man, I didn't know.
If you think this ends well, you haven't been paying attention.
I like that thing. It's got George R. R. Martin and J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling saying how much it was painful to kill off characters, and it had the tabs on the book of each time she killed a character. There's like 5. And then it's got a picture of George R. R. Martin, like, that's cute. And then a picture of all the books with a tab on each death, and it's just more sticky notes than you can imagine. That's what I like about the books.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Drinkaris.
But you can see the beers came in 3 different labels, one for each of Daenerys' dragons. So we have all 3 here.
All 3 dragons, all 3 beers. All the same beer.
All the same beer, but limited edition.
Limited edition bottles. And they are being sold on eBay empty, so if you care to turn a buck or 2 around with your empties, go ahead. Or just keep them yourself.
Yeah.
Get one of each of the 3, drink them, enjoy them, and then put them on your nerdy shelf of other crap you've got. We all have those.
We're not judging.
We have no right to. Anyway. Just so malty and sweet up front. With that. Definitely getting the rye, but more so the chili than the rye. You can definitely taste the chili.
Yeah.
The Ancho Chiles in
You
there.
can. It's introducing chilies into beers has been around for a little while. but they're not super popular, especially in the Northeast. So I haven't had the opportunity to try too many of them, but this is, of those that I have tried, this is definitely the better of those, just because it's quite subtle and it only hits you on the back. It's not.
It's very well balanced.
Yeah.
It's not like that's the defining feature of the beer. It's a wonderful addition to the rest of the beer. It's
great beer with some chili added in.
Yeah, this is probably only the second beer I've had with chili. And I like it. First one I did not like at all. And I won't say what it was, partially because I don't remember. But this is quite nice. I can definitely see myself drinking a few. I would still have to say, though, the first one that they put out, the Iron Throne Blonde Ale, has been my favorite.
I don't know. I really enjoyed the Black Stout.
I will admit that was an incredible. As I'm not a stout drinker, I don't like heavy dark beers, but I like that a lot. So that would probably lead me to believe that's probably their best one, because I liked it so much when I don't like that style. So that's a fair assumption to say that's their best one. Although I noticed that one didn't fly off the shelves as quickly.
No, it didn't. Although it is kind of the wrong time of year.
Well, that, and I think that because of the rush of the first one, there's an overstocking at the stores.
Yeah, could be.
Because the demand was so high the year before. Anyway, get your hands on a bottle or three and enjoy the season premiere of Game of Thrones this Sunday.
Only on HBO.
Or on torrents. We don't do that. We're kidding.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a damn good beer.
It is, I like it. Anyway, before we go off into our own world again, drinking this beer, this is episode 2 of the Drink Around New York series. Again, Ommegang is from Cooperstown, New York. A lot of great stuff to drink in New York State. Going to be going on at least all month. I'm going to be putting out as many videos as I can of New York spirits, some beer, maybe a little wine. I might continue it on indefinitely, but not with such dedication to extra videos, but I do plan on bringing a lot of cool stuff to you from around New York State. Not sure what's coming next, but definitely have a lot of cool spirits to get to. A couple beers I think would be fun to talk about. And yeah. Cheers. As I always forget to do, check out justonedram.com. Go to justonedram.com. If you like the video, click like, leave comments about the beer, about the video, what you'd like to see us do in the future. You can discuss Game of Thrones. Go ahead with spoilers. I don't care. I've read the books. It's up to you to be nice to people who haven't.
R plus L equals J.
And that's a wrap.